family? Today was our student's first welding interview, and we just want to talk to him briefly, ask him a couple questions, how everything went. So how was the situation when you went in? So he went in for a MIG welding test too, as a welding fabrication shop. So when you went in, how was things? Was everything kind of set up the way I was kind of explaining it? When you went in, I mean, kind of give us the rundown.
It was basically like the whole deal that you were saying. That basically how I said I came in with one overhead, one horizontal downhill, and then one vertical.
Okay.
And the test wasn't that bad. It was just one pass.
Just one pass, so it was all of it was just one filler pass on the T-joint.
Just on the T-joints. T-joints, T-joint here, T-joint here, T-joint here. The guy didn't even sit around and show. He's like, all right, man, give me one pass right here. However you can. You got this one deal right here to play on. That way you can adjust your settings how you like. And it was an old machine, man. It was an old machine.
So it wasn't nothing new, up to date. Now let me say something, fam, because majority of fabrication shops you go to, especially fabrication, ornamental, or just making, they making parts or trailers or something, a lot of times there's gonna be some old equipment, like with no name on it, the dial might not work, you might not, you gotta figure out what is up from the bottom. You don't know what's going on.
And that machine, like their amperes, they had like 3 knobs there, so it was like, and you could barely see like the numbers and the hashes that was on there. So it was like, yeah, man, you might have to adjust your amperes right there. And I got to looking like, ooh, I can barely see that, but kind of tinker with it a little bit, kind of adjust it. The wire speed, I should have messed with a little bit more. Okay. But as far as everything else though, man, simple test, T-joint. Once I got to playing with the settings, kind of welded straight on out. Man.
Okay. So the main thing was, because some people ask this question, like they think when they walk into to take the welding test, that the people gonna have everything as far as the machine fine-tuned, perfect. And in your situation, it wasn't. It was and not. A lot of times, I have been in situations where they would deliberately mess up the settings on the welder. So you can come in there and set the welder and get the working, because they say, figure if you can come in there and fine tune it, you can troubleshoot it. And you can say, okay, it need this. Like you just said, man, my wire speed was fast. I had to cut it down. I had to do a couple things. And they'll do that just to see, are you, can you just troubleshoot your own equipment? So if something go down, you just ain't sitting there. Somebody to come and fix it.
Somebody help me.
At least you can start trying to do what you can do.
Before you start asking, hey man, I need help with this. And I think that's what the foreman sit there and saw. He saw me like messing with it a little bit. He realized like, man, something wrong. Like, yeah, I think my amperes need to be a little bit high. Like I said, I should have messed with the wire speed a little bit more. It was kind of shooting like so fast. It sounded like a little pop gun just popping out, just pop, 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 pop. I'm like, okay. Like I said, I thought about you. When you see something wrong, or you feel uncomfortable doing something, stop it right there, immediately. Don't keep going. Like I would have kept making a bigger mess. I feel like I would have kept going, man. It would just been just a long, just burnt up string, just going across the weld. I'm like, oh, well, what you say? Hey, if you mess up like that, just go and take your helmet out.
Just go walk out. So it's good to know that even when you walked in, like you say, the guy pretty much had it set up so you can figure it out. So you would say that even though I may show you a couple pointers on this machine, it's still, even though, because this is more of a digital machine, so it's a new age machine, and you see that one, at least us going over it a little bit, these gave you some ideas that something had to something had to happen. But we always be looking, and I'll be saying, hey man, the amperage is too much. Or cut down the wire, or cut up the wire speed. So normally, them the two things you always working on: your amperage and your wire speed when you're dealing with MIG welding.
I'm glad you showed me how us just sitting around troubleshooting it. Ours get too tight, so I know okay, it's coming too slow, it's coming too fast. Like I said, the noise is what tells it all. So when I, like I said, first got started, pop, 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 with no welding, just a bunch of popping. I just seen a bunch of crinkly little wire strings. That ain't right.
No.
Clean that out real quick and. There's that noise we need to hear. Just got to doing my little motion and all that stuff like that, man. I think the guy was kind of staring at me at one point. He was like, damn, man, you doing pretty good there. Looking on my shoulder. Like,
and that's good because, they know that you a fresh student, but he seen that you was trying. You tried to troubleshoot. I guarantee you, he probably had the machine off a little bit just to see if you're going to try to, man, you're going to try to adjust it, because at least that'll let a person know, man, he got some initiative in him. He going to stop. Because I know that's what I would have did. I'd have watched you. Man, he stopped. Okay. Cause I know I done did it on purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause
I done had it done to me on purpose before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I can get there because it's just trying to see how much do you really know.
Yeah, how much do you would know? Now they say you can know if you can weld good. You least if you say you can weld good or you a good welder, I can just do a good bead. Right. Then you should at least be able to know when the machine is not working properly.
Right. Yep.
You shouldn't keep trying to do it, man. I don't know what's going on. It's a rough day for me. Nah, something up with this machine. You should be able to say, hey, man, the machine ain't set.
Machine ain't right. Gas ain't coming out
something.
right. Wire
you know
keys.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I started to go that route, but I seen, like I said, I just had to keep playing with it for a little bit, made my own little adjustments to it, and eventually I just...
And you picked it up. So how did you feel about having the interview? I know, was you a little nervous first you walking in there?
Absolutely. I was nervous, but they kind of seen it and kind of like, man, there's nothing to really worry about. The only thing we're doing is test you on the visual. They said that. I was like, well.
And you're a little more confidence.
Right. Visual, okay, you got to ask certain questions, though, just see how the procedure, what they want to do. So, I came in and like I said, they had basically one T-joint set up like this, another T-joint set up like this. Not like this, but like this, and another one just sitting there flat. And I was like, man, what are y'all looking for? So, man, just the visual, just weld it on there, make it look good. Okay, 1 pass or 3? Just 1 pass. Oh, well.
And see, I told you that too. I said, normally it's going to be 1, no more than 3 when dealing with the MIG. Depends on how thick or what they working on. But a lot of times with the MIG, they'll put 1 nice pass all the way around.
Right, and as you always say, the main thing that you know that's critical, crucial, it's the root pass, and I believe that's the main thing.
That's the first pass.
They trying to test me. I was like, hey man, if you can just do this root pass, man, anybody can come back behind you and just, but you can do that root pass good and make it look good.
Oh, they know you'll go well. Yeah. If you can drop a good root pass, you can wait. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, if you can't go in and focus just on the initial start of the weld, then they can already tell where your skill set is. So that's why I try to get you where you can see the top and bottom. Right. So now you understood what I meant about pointing that wire right in the center of your groove.
Right in the center
of that groove. So that helped you too, didn't it? And it kind of, if you do that and you get your pattern and everything, that's a kind of do its own thing.
Like I say, you take everything, like things out, my wire, where was that at? Make sure it was in there. Watching my puddle, make sure it was spread it out kind of nice like I wanted it. It was like I say, it has to touch both top and bottom. So as long as I'm seeing that happening, keep going.
You was doing good.
Keep going. I felt confident.
You felt confident.
I felt confident. And like I said, a couple of things I kept hearing you in my ear about, a couple of things like, hey man, tighten it up. Hey man, you're going too slow, man.
You see, that's a good coach, man. I tell him what to do. I said, hey man, you're going a little too fast. Slow it down a little bit. All right, you stepping good. I'm gone.
You got it. I see what you're doing now. You got it. I got it. All right, coach. I'm going to keep it the same pattern, same degree, same motion.
I'm glad that I gave you some confidence. I gave you confidence. So tell me this. So for those who are coming behind you, you're about to get ready to graduate in about a week. So those who coming behind you, will you prefer and tell them about this program, about what we doing here, especially since I'm the instructor? Because I know sometimes it could be a good program, but then the teacher ain't no good. You see what I'm saying? But we got a good program and a good teacher, man. I think you should be able to come. They should get something out of it.
I personally recommend anybody, if you want to do welding, come check me out. Please come check me out, man. He got me out the sticks. And look at me now.
Yeah. And listen, we just getting started, man. But so it's just good to know that you just started. You already doing interview. You already got a focus. You already focused. And I know if you get it and get it going good, bro coming behind you because you got a brother. He already watching. He gonna see that bag run up.
I was already kind of sitting back talking to him like, man, here at this one place, man, all they doing is testing visual. Bro, all I gotta do is teach you well enough to just weld a T-joint good enough across.
Yep. And they gonna teach you everything else.
Everything, whether I send you or there, either or, like you say, the knowledge that I'm sharing with him, I got from you, so it all still passes.
It's still the same, and you know exactly what needs to be done, so you can tell them, it need to look like this, you need to do this, if you get this, then we got something. And then you know how to, just from me giving you the procedures, how to do your hand, how to hold them, and watch them. You can literally stop back and watch somebody say, okay, you need to do this. So you can pass the game on now.
And that's the beauty behind it. That's what I like behind it. This is something that I just can't hold to myself. I can easily show.
You heard what he said, family. Each one teach some. I didn't say each one teach one. Each one teach some, because we behind, fam. So it gonna take. That's a lot of us need some help. So we need to be helped more than one. We need to have 4, 5 in a group at a time.
I'd rather have that.
Yeah, most definitely. So for those who don't know, we are in Little Rock, Arkansas. We off of Scott Hamilton Drive in Southwest Little Rock, and this is the Goodwill Academy, where we teach 16-week welding classes, MIG welding, flux core welding, and stick welding, and the introduction to TIG, and also help you with your PPE, your OSHA 10, blueprint symbols, and reading plans. So our goal is to do a fast track class to help a person dive into the employment. So our guy just did his first test, and like I say, he's just getting started. So this is actually a company that came down to the school and said, hey, you got some students about to graduate, we need some welders, we'll come down here and test them, at your facility if you let them. So they was gonna come here and test them, but since at the moment we only had one person that wanted to go with this job, is that they actually took him up there to do the testing, and now he's back. And like I say, the main reason for doing this video is just to share some of the information, let people know what they need to get prepared for, what you need to look out for. And proper preparation prevents piss poor performance, family. As long as you come, you prepare yourself, you listen, you try, family, you're gonna win. I haven't met no one that wanted it that didn't get it. If you want it, you're gonna get it. Now, if you don't want it, that's another thing. But if you come in here and you hungry, family, you're gonna get fed. You're gonna get fed. You're gonna have a little food to wake up and get a snack.
Man, you gonna look at that like snack. Like, I got a smorgasbord.
Let me get a little bit of this. Exactly. So we ain't gonna hold y'all that long, man. But hopefully, like I said, we'll be giving you some updates to see, if he get the job or not. They say get him a couple days, and we'll be keeping in contact with you. But the goal is to help people in this area, fast track welding. So tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. And we out. Hog on, fam. Y'all be blessed. We out.